So if you share parts of yourself with somebody that you typically don't share with normal people, you increase your chances of getting close to that person. Now, when done correctly, this can very well apply to women as well that you want to attract. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned and watch the video until the very end to grasp everything the video has to offer. What's going on, guys? My name's Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get closer to a woman fast. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, man, and you want consistent updates on similar content just like this, as always, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing in the future. So sharing parts of yourself with a woman that you typically don't share with anybody else, this can literally be applied to secrets. It can be applied to something that you're going through that nobody typically knows about, or actually not a lot of people know about. And when you do that, you're bringing your own guard down. And when you bring your own guard down, that makes the woman more comfortable bringing her guard down. Of course, assuming you two both connected, which reminds me that you should probably watch the video that I'll link right here about how to build rapport with a woman, the regular way and the advanced way. I'll link it right over here as well, the two parts. So that being said, after establishing rapport with a woman and the conversation takes you in a direction where it may be appropriate to share personal info about yourself, obviously not super personal info like your bank account information if you two have only been out on like one date, but instead any type of personal information. And also, here's another thing before I continue. You do not do this with a woman that you don't feel a genuine connection with. Why? Because that's manipulation and that can backfire on you. I only want you to do this if you genuinely want to get closer to a specific girl and you're letting your guard down because the situation calls for it and it's coming naturally. The last thing I want you to do is, in the middle of the date, 5 minutes into the date, telling her about a secret that you have that's completely out of context just because you want to get closer to her. Number one, it's not going to work. Number two, it's going to come off as completely fabricated, which it actually is in that case. So let me give you a couple examples over here. Me personally, as some of you might know, I have family back in Egypt and I used to live there for 7 years, between the ages of 11 and 18. So one of the people I'm really close to in Egypt is my great aunt. Now, me personally, I'm an emotional guy. I may not show it, but I definitely am. And me seeing this great aunt of mine, I barely hold back the tears when I'm saying hi to her or when I'm saying bye to her, like when I'm coming back to the States. And sometimes when the conversation calls for it, you know, of course, if we're talking about emotions, we're talking about, are you an emotional person or are you not an emotional person? I confess the fact that I have a weakness. The weakness is I'm an emotional person, but I don't really show it that much. Whenever I'm saying hi or bye to my great aunt, I barely hold back the tears. She's so dear to me, she's so close to me, and she's like in her mid-80s, and I just don't know when I'm gonna see her again. So that makes me emotional. And the weakness of mine is I don't really show it that deeply. I don't show it that much. And so if I'm out on a date with a woman and I'm talking about something like this, she feels like I let my guard down because I discussed something with her that I don't discuss with just anybody. And what that typically does to her is it brings her guard down, and it allows both of us to get even closer. And this just happens naturally. I don't sit there and think about, let me say a secret to her just to get closer to her. Again, that's manipulative and that's fake, it's fabricated. Again, you do not do this with women you don't see a potential connection with because it's manipulative. It doesn't only apply to secrets, but it also applies to situations that you're going through. It could be a situation that you're going through and you're kind of torn between two options, and you ask the girl for her opinion genuinely, and then when she gives her opinion, she's gonna feel like she has kind of like a piece of you that other people don't have, and that hence will make her feel closer to you. By the way, guys, women love giving their opinion on things. If you have anything that you are torn between, where you're torn between two options, anything, it could literally be cars, things that women don't even know about, and you just ask her for her opinion, she will love to give her opinion, and she will feel so much more valued and appreciated just by the fact that she's giving you her opinion. Let me give you guys another personal example. Not too long ago, for work-related purposes, I was going to go to California for like 2 weeks. The reason is that there was a strike over there and they needed employees to cover for the employees over there who were on strike. Of course, they were willing to pay the temporary employees that were coming in for like 2 weeks. They were willing to pay them a ridiculously higher income. And because of that, I considered it. It was all the way in California. And at the time, I was talking to a girl, I was still getting to know her for like, this is like maybe the third or fourth week we're talking, and we weren't even talking too consistently. I was asking her opinion because she was originally from California. Long story short, she gave me her opinion, she gave me details. We were on the phone for like hours, for like several days on end. And then the conclusion is she felt like she was closer to me because she kind of felt like she was part of the journey. It was part of my secret life that I don't share with just anyone. I asked her for her opinion, she gave me her opinion, and she was always asking me for updates. What happened? Any updates? Did you make the decision? Are you going? Are you not going? How much are they paying you? Stuff like that. Of course, we kind of established something, like it was more of a friendship with this particular person. But anyways, the point is she felt like she was closer to me. And the reason she felt like she was closer to me is because we shared something. We shared kind of like a secret language, quote unquote, that made us feel more connected. And guys, not just with women, human beings in general, when you share a secret with someone else or part of your personal life with someone else, more than likely, that just makes you two by default get closer. I had one of my buddies way back in my college years. He was dealing with some stuff. He didn't look too, at ease. So I asked him, dude, what's going on? Are you okay? I could just tell based on his body language, based on, he was looking like this, like he was thinking about something. And so he told me, oh no, nothing's going on. Like everything's fine. But I pulled it out of him. I was like, are you sure, bro? Eventually he told me and he opened up. And then eventually, after he opened up, we became very close in just a matter of months. Long story short, he's my best friend right now. When you share parts of your personal life with someone, and that someone at least feels trustworthy, that significantly increases the chances of you and that person becoming closer. I even asked this guy, like, why did you trust me that day? I'm just curious, like, what made me trustworthy to you at the time? He was like, I don't know, you just felt really trustworthy. I felt like I could trust you. See, it's feelings, not thoughts. I felt like I could trust you. And when you become more socially inclined, you can pick up on cues like this, and people will naturally become more comfortable towards you. Not just women. I don't want you to do this just for women. This is just a strategy that can be used, as long as it's used genuinely, like I said before, because if you manipulate, it can really backfire on you, and that's bad karma. I'm a believer in karma. If you put good things out into the universe, you'll get good things back. If you put bad things out into the universe and deceiving things into the universe, that's exactly the type of energy that you'll get back. So it's just bad karma if you're not genuine about it. And again, guys, I want to repeat something for like the millionth time. I do not want you to take this as a strategy or as a game plan where you have a script where you're on a date and then you remember, oh, what does page 3 say? What did page 5 say? Oh, page 3 says you should do this, but page 5 says you should disclose this type of personal info. Absolutely not. I want you to just have a general idea of where you're going to take the girl out and just be spontaneous about your interaction. Let the interactions take you where they take you, depending on what you two talk about, depending on the energy between you two, depending on whether it's more funny or more serious, whatever it is, you just let that take you there. But if the opportunity presents itself to share just some personal information about yourself, not too personal again, especially if it's the first date, then that's a good idea to get closer to the other person. And then from there, who knows what could happen? This person could end up being your girlfriend. And also you could end up not seeing her again. So it's totally fine. You're just out on a date with a woman. You're seeing if you two really connect. And maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dates later, if you use these strategies in the beginning or a little bit afterwards, depending on your comfort and what you two talked about and the general dynamics of the conversation, then you two can really connect more and you can establish something from there. So again, I do not want you to think of this as a, set in stone strategy that's so set in stone and regurgitate this information like a robot. I do not condone that at all, dude. So that pretty much covers the video, guys. How to get closer to a woman fast. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you show your support by smashing that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it a lot. If you want consistent updates on similar content like this, as always, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing in the future. Comment down in the comment section below for how this video helped you and how you relate to the video and any new video ideas that you may have. I'd be way more than happy to reply and to talk about those new ideas in new videos. Go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. We still have free consultations for first timers, dude, so make sure you take advantage of that offer. But that's about it, man. Go out there, connect with women authentically, and if the opportunity presents itself throughout the conversation, share just some personal information and see what happens. Just make sure it's not too personal, especially at first, and see what happens from there. And you two may very well connect even more, and then you can potentially establish something from there, and who knows what could come out of that. All right, man, I gotta run, but I'm glad you watched the video until the very end. And until next time, man, you got this. Peace.